And welcome into Pure Adrenaline Sports, everybody. I'm John, coming at you tonight with Thomas, getting you prepared for Week 4 of the NFL and the fantasy football season. Thomas, how are you? How are your fantasy teams doing coming into Week 4?
Well, all of my leagues, I'm 1-2. At this point last year, I lost all of my leagues by 40 plus points, but this week I've only lost by as much as 19. So it's going great so far.
Yeah,
Much
I'm 1-2 in my league as well. I'm playing Cam this week, who's usually with us.
better. Yeah, he's in
But
the basement.
it's a must win for me. I feel like. But we will see. We'll get into tonight's action between the Lions and Packers. Well, hope you guys put some fantasy football questions in the chat as well. But Thomas, let's look at this week's schedule. Of course, tonight the Lions and Packers. Do you
Yep.
have any? Do you have anybody playing tonight?
I do not think so. Wait, I think in my one league I have Christian Watson playing tonight.
And Watson is active.
That's good.
I just saw it. Let me. I don't think so either, but I got to double check here. But then Sunday, we start the London games. We got the Falcons and Jaguars at 9:30 Eastern time. Then we have some good matchup. We got the Dolphins and Bills. That'll be a good matchup. Those two teams should be fighting each other for the division this year. Vikings and Panthers, Broncos and Bears matchup of 0-3 teams. Man, the Broncos gave up 70 last week.
Man, that was bad.
That was bad.
Good thing I didn't start him last week. I started him over the Patriots. That
Oh
was nice. Or I would have lost by like 20,
yeah.
25 points.
Another good matchup: the Ravens and Browns. Two of the three teams. There's three teams in that North Division that are 2-1. So those two teams are facing each other, and then the Steelers, the other team that's at 2-1, they're playing the Texans. All right, let me just make sure I'm not missing any chats here. I don't know
Just
where.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, while we wait for Thomas to come back, we got Musgrave or Goddard in a PPR. All right, we got our first question coming in. Let's take a look at tight ends this week. That's wide receivers. That's running backs. I think I went backwards here. I did. So there we go. Musgrave, I got an 8.6 tonight, but Detroit gives up the second most fantasy points to tight ends. Or Goddard. Goddard, ooh, that's a tough matchup. 9.4, and he's playing Washington, only averaging 2.1 points a game. Where Musgrave's averaging 4.1, but Watson is back tonight. So, ooh, I'd probably go Goddard just because I do think he has higher upside, and with Watson being back in the lineup tonight, uh, that I think that's going to hurt his value a little bit. Any thoughts on that, Thomas?
The big thing with me is like Musgrave being Watson being back in, but also Philly with a lot of those weapons. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a mixture, but I'm still going with Goddard. I'd just
Yeah.
go with Goddard still.
Yep. Me too, as well. King, thank you for the question. Let's get to Josiah. Josiah says trade half point PPR Higgins for Montgomery. I have Chase and Waddle already. My running back are A Chain, White, and Brees Hall. I would not be trading Higgins for Montgomery. You can get I think you can get a better running back than Montgomery for Higgins. John Green is here. Sorry, Thomas. Go ahead.
Plus, I don't even think David Montgomery is going to be the starter anymore for the Lions this year.
No, and he is active tonight, but yeah, as the year goes on, he's going to get less and less of a workload. So
So
good call there. John Green saying DJ Moore or Dobbs tonight. Let's take a look at receivers. Very disappointed with Oh my! Look, if you look at my stuff, it's all screwed up. Look,
Jeez.
it's saying Jefferson's going to score 45.9 points this week. That's not good. Let me refresh it here real quick.
Don't think Justin Jefferson's going to put up 45 points.
Let me refresh it and see what it says. Thank you all for the questions coming in. We will get to them all shortly. Nope. So, all right, we're gonna base it off of this. I'm not sure why it's so crazy there. I guess I should have checked before we went live. DJ Moore or Dobbs? Let's take a look here. Dobbs, I have it. Well, I don't know what I have him at. Actually, let's see. 2 catches, 30 yards with a 20% chance at a touchdown. And let's see. I'm sure Moore's probably going to be more than that. That's Sky Moore. How about DJ Moore? There's DJ Moore. About 3 catches for 30. Ooh, that one's tough. But he's got a better matchup. Moore's got a better matchup. So I probably go Moore over Dobbs, especially with Watson being back tonight. Thomas, any thoughts?
I basically agree.
All right, let's keep the questions going. Oh, yo, trade away James Cook for Aaron Jones in a PPR. I probably do, just because I like Jones better. So if you're getting Jones, I would trade for Jones. But that's a tough one. Cook's having a really good year. Let me see where I have them projected for the week. Thomas, while I'm looking this up, can you do me a favor and text Cam real quick?
Yeah.
Just to see if he's coming.
All right.
James Cook, I have him at 13.8 points this week. And Jones back in the lineup tonight at 14.3. A tougher matchup. If you're getting Jones, I go Jones. I'm going to stick with my first thoughts. How do you feel about Khalil Herbert versus the Broncos this week? Well, Herbert, as the year goes on, is going to be getting less and less carries as well. But Denver right now gives up the most fantasy points to running backs. So depending on who your other options are there, Tyson, I do like that matchup. Half PPR, pick 2 or rank Aaron Jones, Ramondre Stevenson, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, or Lockett. Pick 2. Who's the Patriots are playing Dallas this week, right?
Yeah, the Patriots are playing Dallas this week.
I definitely put Stevenson in. Who's Houston got? Pittsburgh. Nico Collins or Lockett. Who's Seattle have? Giants. Let's see where the Giants rank with the defense. 6. Giants are giving up. Oh, that is to running backs. Let's look at wide receivers. I don't like this. Giants are 15th in the league right now and giving up points. Nico Collins or Tank Dell. Let's see. If you're picking 2, I definitely go Ramondre, and I probably go Lockett. Start Montgomery or ETN. Who's Jacksonville's got Atlanta, right?
I think so, yeah.
Jacksonville's got Atlanta right now. They're ranked 28th, but I do have ETN as the 4th ranked running back this week. So
I'd go ETN.
Yeah, yep. Because not sure what we're going to get out of Montgomery tonight, and like we said, he is going to be splitting carries anyway. Vision says Montgomery just announced as active. Do I start him or Gibbs? I still start Gibbs. Gibbs is the more explosive running back anyway, and I think he will get the workload tonight as they bring Montgomery back. Sports. Let's see here. Let's keep going here. Sports Spotlight says start two, one running back and one flex. Aaron Jones, Kyron Williams, Christian Kirk, or Marquise Brown. Well, definitely Kyron Williams. Even though it's Jones' first night back, I don't expect much of a workload tonight. Jacksonville going up against Atlanta. Atlanta's tough against or Brown for Arizona. Who's Arizona playing? San Francisco. Ooh, so you got a tough matchup either way. I go Williams and Kirk. Rising Rhino's here saying 3-0, Rising Rhino in the house.
And I got to play him this week too, so going to get demolished.
Kyle B says Roshan Johnson, Ford, A-Chain, and Montgomery pick 2. So you got to pick 2 out of these guys? Let's see here. Roshan. I probably go Roshan for 1. Ford. Who's Ford got this week? Ooh, going up against Baltimore. We're going up against Buffalo. So that's a tough one there. I definitely go Roshan and A-Chain. The problem with A-Chain looks so good right now because he had so many points last week. I'd probably go Ford. I think Ford's going to get the bigger of the workload. Unless for some reason Mostert's out, and I don't know that. Do you know if Mostert's out for Miami?
They didn't rule anything. I'll check.
So I don't think so, but let me keep going through the comments here. Hey, permanently temporaries here. Merry Clinchmas. As you were. I'm like number 2 on my end. Come on, folks. Smash that Mammoth Jam. Permanently temporary. Thank you so much. We tried. I did the Orioles game last night, hoping they would clinch last night, but Tampa Bay unfortunately destroyed the Red Sox. So now Baltimore gets to win the division against the Red Sox. Hey, Linda's here. Linda, hey, PS, popped on to hit that like button. Have a great stream. Thank you so much. Let's see, a.k.a. Bash. Hey, yeah, great stream so far. How we feeling between Pittman with Richardson back or start Waddle instead of Pittman? Ooh. I don't like the fact that my wide receivers projections are all sorts of crazy here. While I'm looking that up, Bash, let me answer Tyson real quick. Tyson says start 1 for week 4. Brees Hall, Ramondre, Brian Robinson. From those guys, I'm starting Ramondre. But let's get back to this question from Bash. Pittman or Waddle? I know Waddle did not play last week, so I have them. Ooh, they're going up against Buffalo, where the Colts are playing the Rams. What are the Rams doing on defense? The Rams are 18th. I think they're going to have to throw the ball a lot there. I'd probably go Pittman because I'm not sure about Waddle yet. So right now I'm leading Pittman. 49ers boy saying, yo, 49ers chance to win the Super Bowl. They have a 1 in 32 chance at winning the Super Bowl.
Every team has a chance.
Butterfly is here saying hello. Welcome in, Butterfly. I'm not in this, but saying hello. Pacheco, Canner Games 123 says Pacheco or Christian Watson at flex.
Hmm.
I'm very disappointed with Pacheco this year. I mean, they're going up against the Jets, so they're going to score a ton of points. Let's see here. Watson making his debut this week. Let's see. Yeah, so it's all kinds of screwed up. I'd probably go Pacheco there. Thomas, what say you? If you had to pick one of these two guys, who you picking?
Well, the Chiefs are playing the Jets, right? Like who?
The Chiefs are playing the Jets, right?
I'd probably do Pacheco because non-biased, but I think Pacheco might get a lot of touches
Mm-hmm.
since Clyde Edwards-Helaire isn't that good, isn't the greatest, but Christian Watson is making his debut, like you said. I don't know how he's going to get targeted a lot tonight, but I'd go Pacheco just for that reason.
All right, let me come back up to the chat here. Ray Gamer says, starting quarterback Jalen Hurts, wide receiver 1 is Olave, 2 is Metcalf, running back 1 is Monty, Zach Moss at 2, tight end is Hawkinson, Barkley at flex, kicker is Moody, defense Eagles. If Barkley is out, what should I do? Here's his bench. He's got Damian Pierce, Kareem Hunt, Christian Watson, Christian Kirk, Jacoby Myers, and Romeo Dobbs. Standard scoring. And who's Houston got? Oh, Houston's got Pittsburgh. And Jacksonville's got Atlanta. They're 13th. I'd probably go Christian Watson tonight out of that bunch. So that means you would have to get him in tonight and lose playing Barkley on the weekend, unless you put him in for one of the other running backs. And you got Moss and Montgomery. So I guess you could swap. I don't know, because Montgomery's going tonight too. So I don't know. I don't like that at all. So if it were up to me, I would not count on Barkley this week. I'd be going Watson. Sober Money says Jonathan Taylor for Chark, Moss, and Gainwell. It's in a redraft league. No, Taylor's not playing this year. I would not count on Taylor. So if you're trading away Taylor to get players, I would do it. Jacoby Myers. Oh, so he's answering. Jacoby Myers may not have Jimmy G. Christian Watson on a snap count.
I don't think it said anything about a snap count.
I don't think so. Not for a wide receiver. I don't think so. For a running back, for Jones, I would think for Jones, yes, but not for Watson. Butterfly saying 8 watching, 4 likes. Let's go. Would you trade Debo for Josh Jacobs? Noah, what's your other wide receiver room look like, and what's your running back room look like? Apparently, you need running back help if you're trading for Jacobs. But let's get back to Noah's. Hey, would you rather Luke Musgrave or Dallas Goedert at tight end this week? We had this question before too. We're going with Goddard. So Brendan, thanks for the question. One more question: who would you pick, Mahomes or Jalen Hurts?
I had a question.
Yeah, actually, that's.
That's a good one, though, honestly.
I mean, because right now, if you look at it, I mean, right now Mahomes is averaging 22.8 points a week and 6th overall, and Hurts is 20.2. So Mahomes a couple points ahead, but I think these two guys are close. And Hurts, I had Hurts as the MVP last year until he got hurt. So that one's tough. I would not trade one for the other. Oh, it's not a trade question. It's who would you pick? If I had to pick, I would pick Mahomes. I like Mahomes better than I like Hurts. Would you start Goff or Love tonight? Oh man,
Ugh.
I got Goff at 18 and a half points tonight and Love at 19.3. I would probably start Goff because I think Green Bay is going to be able to run the football a little bit. All right, let's look. We got another question coming in here. Drew D says 4-man full PPR. Choose two. Kyron, Henry, Jones, Kamara. I also have Barkley if he's healthy. Well, I would not bank on Kamara and Barkley this week. Kamara is going to have to be worked into the. So who's Tennessee playing? Cincinnati. How's Cincinnati against the run? Right now they're no. Cincinnati 24th against the run, so that's a tough matchup. Rhino says streaming the game tonight too. Yes, we are. Well, I am. Thomas. I don't know if you're joining me, but yes, I am. Noah comes back. Here's his Ford, Herbert, then stacked wide receivers: Adams, Puka, Christian Kirk, and DJ Moore. Yeah, then I probably make that trade then. Because Herbert's going to start losing some carries. Ford, once his name is ready to be worked in, is going to be it's a 2 running back and 3 wide receiver league.
Jeez.
Gus Edwards or Jalen Warren in the running back 2 spot this week. Ooh. Edwards is a tough matchup going up against Cleveland. Cleveland gives up the second fewest points to fantasy running backs. We're Pittsburgh. Ooh, going up against, but he's splitting carries, so I still probably go Warren because I think Pittsburgh likes Warren more than they like.
Harris.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yep, and right now Harris and Warren, I have both projected almost close to each other, so I'm both above Gus Edwards. So let me go over and look. We are caught up on the questions at the moment. Let's go over and look. We got 6 likes on the stream. Thank you, everybody, so much for hitting that thumbs up. We got 20 votes in the poll. The question was, what's your record after 3 weeks? So, Thomas, we got 20% at 3-0, 40% at 2-1, 20% at 1-2, and 20% at 0-3. That all just changed a little bit. It's now up to 43% for 2-1. So I am in that 1-2 category.
Well, then you got to read that book I found that I sent in the group.
Yeah. What did it say? Fantasy Football for Dummies? What was it?
It was like $10.
Copy that. Making the switch now. So it must be nice being 3-0. You know what I mean?
Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino.
With his auto-drafted team.
Ooh, Keeper of the Darkness says Trevor Lawrence or Jared Goff this week.
I'd go Goff because Trevor Lawrence has been really disappointing this year. At least for me, at least.
Where do I have him? He's going up against Atlanta. Atlanta right now does not give up many fantasy points to quarterbacks. But I think Goff has a tough matchup this week. No, 17th. But I think you're going to have to run the ball against that Packers defense.
Mm.
Savage Sam says, should I start Montgomery or Miles Sanders and why? Worried Monty may be on a snap count. I do expect Monty to be on a snap count, but let me see where I got Sanders projected. Sanders at 14.4 points this week against Minnesota. But I still haven't projected higher than Montgomery either way. So I still go with that. All right, we got a bunch more questions coming in. Thank you, everybody. Still got about a half hour left in the show. Gus Edwards or A.J. Dillon? I'm still going with A.J. Dillon tonight, even though Jones is back. Now that Tom Brady has returned, would you select him? First off, I don't know where you're getting your information from. Just getting some trolls in the chat, apparently. Facts. Trevor Lawrence has been the equivalent of dollar store toilet paper.
I don't know what's wrong with them. They just haven't been good.
I don't know. I do not buy my toilet paper at the dollar store, so I cannot talk about the quality of the toilet paper. What is with everybody asking about Tom Brady? You got nothing better to do on the internet?
He's retired. He's gone.
Yo, can you set my full lineup? It's a 10-man, 1 PPR league. Quarterback, Cousins or Lawrence? I'm definitely going Cousins.
Of course you want Cousins.
I told you I'd trade him to you.
Yeah, for Darren Waller.
Running backs, Kyron Williams, Zach Moss, or Breece Hall. 2 wide receivers, Higgins, Jetta Jones, CD, DJ Moore, 2 Pickens, 1 flex. Yikes. Oh, 3 wide receivers. 2 running backs. So I'm definitely going Williams. And who's Indy got this week for Moss? The Rams. Oh, I have him projected at just under 15 points this week, where they're still stacking the box against the Jets. So I go Moss. I go Williams and Moss at running back. And then I go definitely Jefferson. I don't know much about the Patriots defense except what I saw last week against my Jets. So would you play CeeDee Lamb, Thomas, or would you go Higgins or DJ Moore?
Who are the Bengals playing this week?
Tennessee.
I know Tennessee ain't the greatest with the passing defense. The big thing is if like what's his face with New England, Gonzalez is gonna be covering CeeDee Lamb. Patriots defense is good, so maybe start Higgins over CeeDee.
Higgins over CD. Kyle says, who should I target in trades? I have Pollard, Gus, Dillon, Garrett Wilson, Dotson, Thielen, Palmer, and Amari Cooper. But what do you feel like your team needs, Kyle? Because I like Wilson. I know Zach Wilson's not playing too well right now, but hold on to Garrett Wilson. Amari Cooper. I don't know. I like your team, really.
I mean, that's a good team. It's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Pick 2 in a full PPR, says Eric. I would sit Kamara this week. It's his first week back. They'll probably work him in a little bit. Now, I don't know Williams. I have not seen an update on Williams. So let me see, because I have him on my bench on my fantasy team. So let me see what they're saying. Oh, Thomas, I did get your text. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Williams. Oh, he's not ruled as questionable or anything. So He should be. Oh, he's on IR, so never mind. He's on IR. Um. All right, let's fall for it, Thomas. Look at FF Scout. Look at him. Oh, really? Brady's back? We must be dumb for not knowing Brady's back. So is Eckler in or out? He just posted on X a picture of him practicing. I still can't get used to X.
I haven't heard much about Eckler. I heard
He has been practicing the last couple of days, so I'm hoping he's back. He's been he's hurting my fantasy team right now. You need 1.5 PPR. Watson, Godwin, or Hopkins.
Ooh,
Ooh, they're going up against Tampa Bay, or they're going up against New Orleans.
Saints defense is good.
Yeah, Watson. I'd probably start Watson.
How's the Bengals defense?
Well, let me see here. Let's see here. Who the Bengals defense? They're ranked 19th against fantasy wide receivers. But I don't like Hopkins being down there in Tennessee. I don't know.
Because Tennessee is more of a running type.
Right. So I go Christian Watson there. AS. Gill says start Montgomery. I would find a better option than Montgomery. I'm really concerned with CD's matchup against Christian Watson. Is he benchable for Jacoby Myers or no? Well, then you got to worry about Myers if Jimmy G doesn't play, right? Now, Thomas, you would know this more than I would.
Who are the Raiders playing?
The Raiders are playing the Chargers.
Hmm.
And right now the Charger. Oh no, let's see here. The
See, I've
Chargers. The Chargers right now give up the most fantasy points to wide receivers. This would be a no-brainer if Jimmy G. If we knew if Jimmy G was playing, but we do not know, unfortunately.
Since we know Dak Prescott is playing. I mean, Christian Gonzalez is good, but he's not like all-star like CD.
But that's where I was going to be. Christian Gonzalez. Like if they move CD around, does Gonzalez follow the receiver, or does he play a spot on the field and stay there?
I think he's usually man-to-man.
Okay.
Usually a little bit man-to-man.
So if that's the case, I go Jacoby Myers. Because and Belichick's good at taking away the best weapon. So I'd probably still go Myers. Look, Brown Eyed Girl says I drafted in Tom Brady.
I can draft Tom Brady.
You're going to win your championship. You're a genius.
I have Tom Brady on Madden. I can translate him in.
Hey, Ron is here. What's up, Ron? Welcome in. Ron was hanging out with us last night during the baseball game. Yuri's here. How are you guys related? We're not related. You're a little concerned for the child's welfare. What is going on with this nonsense in the chat tonight?
Okay.
I need an RB2.
Okay. That's funny.
What?
Montgomery or Kamara?
Also, another league, Montgomery or A-Chain. Thanks in advance. Problem is, I don't like. Hold on. Sorry, Thomas. I'm looking at the chat here.
That's all right.
All right, there we go. Get rid of some nonsense that's going on here. Would you start Montgomery or Kamara? I don't like either one this week. Also, none of the league, Montgomery or A-Chain. Well, actually, with Williams being out, so maybe Montgomery. Or, I'm sorry, maybe Kamara there with the Saints. Because he's going to catch some passes out of the backfield as well. Montgomery or A-Chain? I don't.
Problem is A-Chain going to put up the same performance like he did last week against
Not,
the Broncos?
not against Buffalo, he's not.
Yeah. Maybe I'd go Montgomery in the other league?
Yeah. Yep. Kamara in one league, Montgomery in the other. Cody says, and in full PPR, would you start Garrett Wilson or Zay Flowers? Right now, until the Jets have a different quarterback, I would stay away from Garrett Wilson. Now the problem is, I told Thomas to bench Wilson the 1 week against Dallas, and he went off for that 60-some-odd yard touchdown. So,
and I lost by 0.3 points because of that.
Yeah.
So, who are the Jets playing, though? I can't remember now.
Chiefs on Sunday night.
Chiefs. Problem is they're probably going to have him covered since he's one of their best weapons. Maybe.
What in the world is going on here?
I'd say go Zay Flowers. What is going on with the chat?
I don't know. Ooh, here's a different one. Musgrave or Hunter Henry. Thomas, you tell us a little bit about Henry. They seem to spread the ball around there.
They
to
do.
Different tight ends. So
they do between Mike Gesicki and Hunter Henry. So, oh boy, how's Musgrave do on the season?
Musgrave right now on the season. Let's see, where do I have him here? Did I miss him? Musgrave right now is ranked 20th out of all tight ends.
I mean,
where's Henry? Henry's now really Henry's ranked 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Henry so far this year hasn't been the greatest because they added Mike Gesicki. Against the Cowboys, though, I mean, Henry last week only had 2 catches against the Jets, and they have a good defense.
Hey, we got a bot, Thomas.
Oh, let's go. bot on a fantasy stream.
Yep.
I'd probably go Musgrave tonight because who knows if the Patriots are going to go like they did last week, spreading the ball with every other team.
Agreed. And right now, Detroit gives up the second most fantasy points to tight end. So, start Goff or Watson? Goff I have at 18.5 points. Watson I have at 20 points against Baltimore. Tonight could turn into a shootout. Man, and they're tight too. One averages 18.5 points a week. Goff averages 19.
That's like right down to the wire.
Yeah.
How's Baltimore's defense against the pass?
Baltimore gives up the 24th. They're 24th, so they don't give up many points.
The question is it in
Watson? Huh?
Is it in Baltimore?
That I don't know. Let's go back over to the schedule. No, it's in Cleveland.
It's in Cleveland. I'm still not completely sold on Watson yet, but he has some good weapons. Right now, just because like how quickly the Lions game could go like into a shootout, I might go Jared Goff. Because he still has, what is it, Amon-Ra. He's still got, what's that tight end's name?
Laporta.
unless he's out.
Yeah, I don't know. Ron saying hi again. How are you? Ron doing good. Let's catch up on some of the questions here as we got 20 minutes to go. Start Rashad White or Gibbs with Montgomery active. White. Who's Tampa Bay playing again?
The Saints.
No, the Saints. Yeah, I probably don't play. White I do have projected at 14 points this week. Gibbs. Where do I have Gibbs? Oh, that's the problem. He's going to be splitting carries tonight. I think Gibbs is going to get the workload tonight, so I think I still go Gibbs. Any thoughts, Thomas?
I'd probably go Gibbs because the Saints probably have a good run defense.
Derek says start Laporta tonight or Dell on Sunday. Laporta. And who's still playing? Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh right now giving up the fifth most points to fantasy wide receivers. Yikes! So I'd probably go with Dell. They're working him into the lineup more. All right, Yuri says I'm stuck between Cousins and Lawrence. Come on, guys.
What the heck is this nonsense?
Ventro, who do I start? Christian Watson or Tank Dell or Lockett? Start 2 out of the 3. Well, Dell's definitely one of them.
Who's Seattle playing?
Seattle is playing the Giants on Monday night. Giants right now are 15th against the pass, or against wide receivers, I should say. Watson, they're going to want to get Watson going tonight. Oh, man. I have a hard time not starting Watson.
I'd probably start Watson.
Watson and Dell, yep. Should I start Goff or Lamar this week? Ooh, that's a good one. Because Lamar's got the Browns. Lamar, I have projected at 21 points, but Cleveland gives up the fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks. Where Goff right now 17th to Green Bay, and I think they're going to have to pass the ball a lot tonight. So I'm probably starting Goff.
Probably.
Quinn's here saying start 1 or start 9. No, I'm not I'm not picking your lineup for you. No, do not count on Saquon this week. Rick is here saying start Goff or Love. Also need two out of these: Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Reed, Christian Watson. No idea how I got 4 Packers on my team. Start Goff or Love. Ooh.
Oh man,
I'd probably start Goff. I think Goff's going to have to pass more than than Love is. Also need 2 out of these 3: Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Reed, and Watson. Who's Reed play for?
isn't he a Packer?
Ugh.
I think he is.
So I don't know. Yikes.
Yeah, he is a Packer.
I'd probably go Watson. And probably Dillon. Because I don't know what kind of workload Jones is going to get tonight. Nate says start Watson or Reed. I'm starting Watson. Flex option, full PPR, Thielen, White, or D-Hop. I'm going White.
I'd go White.
Lamar. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's a legitimate question this week with Lamar going up against the team that gives up the fewest points to quarterbacks.
It is a good question.
Would you do Patrick Mahomes, C.J. Stroud, and Amari Cooper for Justin Herbert and Devontae Adams?
Like, are you trading away Patrick Mahomes?
I
And
don't. If you're getting Justin Herbert and Devontae Adams, I'm doing that trade all day, every day. Yeah, right. Bro said start 9. No, I'm not picking your lineup for you. In no universe do you start Goff over Lamar Jackson.
I would, I mean, depending on the matchup, I would.
Lamar Jackson, I got projected at 21 points this week. And he's ninth, averaging 19.6 points a game, where Goff is averaging 19 points a game. Veteran says, who should I start? Christian Watson, Lockett, or Tank Dell? Start 2 out of the 3.
We already answered this one, I
Oh,
thought.
we did?
I thought we
My
answered.
bad.
I thought we said like Watson and Dell.
Lamar has a point. No, Lamar Jackson's not putting up 40 points against
Against the Browns.
Cleveland, against the Browns defense.
It's not happening. I don't think
Oh,
so.
ceiling. Okay, he changed it to ceiling. Yes, he does.
No. Well, then
He could score 40. I don't think it's likely this week.
I mean, Justin Herbert put up 45 this week, so anything can happen.
Yeah. Redraft full PPR. Watson will be limited tonight. Do I gamble and start him or start Hollywood Brown for San Francisco? You also have Sanders' groin issue, but unsure about him. I don't start Hollywood Brown against San Francisco. So Watson or I go Sanders over Watson, even though he's got a little bit of an issue. I do like Watson tonight. I just like Sanders a little bit more. Fletcher Cox saying Christian Watson dropping 50 fantasy points tonight. I got an offer for Zach Moss in a 10-man PPR. I have Moss on my bench and in return getting Brees Hall. Should I take this trade with JT coming back? I would not be trading for Brees Hall right now. Zach D says start 2. It is a PPR league, he says. Fryermuth, Ferguson, or Musgrave? Ferguson's with Dallas, right?
I think he is. Was it Jake Ferguson?
Yeah, Jake Ferguson.
I think
Let me just get to this one real quick. Aaron Jones or DeAndre Swift? DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, with Dallas.
Marvin Mims or Jaden Reed, full PPR. I'd probably go Mims this week just because I don't know what kind of workload Reed's going to get. Gibbs or Sanders or Tutu or Connor? Gibbs, Sanders, or Tutu or Connor? I'd probably go Connor. But let's get back here to start 2. Fryermuth, Ferguson, and Musgrave. Definitely Musgrave, and I'm not sure about Fryermuth. How are the Patriots against tight ends?
I mean, they're mixed. They're like a medium. They're mid. It can be good, can be bad. Kind of depends on the day.
Laporta or Engram, Kyron or Puka in the flex. You can't somehow work both of these guys into your lineup? And Laporta and Engram. I think Engram's having a disappointing year so far, right?
I think he is.
Ingram. Oh, I have Ingram right now. Atlanta gives up the fifth most points to tight ends. But what's Laporta doing tonight? Laporta, Green Bay. One's fourth, the other one's 10th. Yeah. And I know St. Brown is playing, but he's kind of banged up, ain't he?
Yeah, it's something groin issue, I think. I
Yeah.
know he is banged up.
I'd probably go Laporta tonight over Ingram. But man, if you got to sit Kyron or Puka, I'm putting it's full PPR. You got to start Puka.
I would.
Puka could get you 10 catches. That's 10 points right there. Dylan says Diggs and Waddle. Diggs and Waddle at wide receiver, Bijan and Kenneth Walker at running back. Yeah, so that's why I know why you can't get them in your starting lineup. Holy cow,
Dang.
that's awesome.
That is a really good team. Wish I had a team like that.
Yeah. So let me come over to Twitter, see if we got any. Let's see here. Nothing else injury wise going on. Packers All Pro left tackle David Bakhtiari was officially placed on injured reserve today, allowing him to play full strength in 2024. I think he's a free agent in the offseason too. So, Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf did not practice today. Just looking through. Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph shoulders blame for allowing 70 points to the Dolphins. Well, how about blaming your head coach? Your head coach last year on Fox pregame said Tua would be benched by week 3. Of
That was,
course, Tua was going to light him up.
that was funny. Didn't even
Uh,
throw in completion in the first half.
right. Thanks for the advice, y'all. Oh, thank you, Dylan. Thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Jay says Ramondre or Jones. I'm going Ramondre.
I'd go Ramondre. He's a good back.
Yeah.
Against any team. Non-biased.
Non-biased. Yes, you are. You're biased. Stop.
Oh, please.
First off, I love this name. Make Call of Duty great again. 2-1 and an 18 PPR and projected even this week. Would you flex Zay Flowers, George Pickens, Zach Moss, or Nico Collins? Who would you drop? I added Moss with my kicker. Who would I drop? I probably wouldn't drop any of them. I would try to trade somebody, really.
I try to get something. Try to get
Yeah.
some value.
Maybe try out of that bunch, I would trade Pickens. Jay says James Cook or Jacoby Myers.
Question is, we don't know if the Raiders are going to have a QB. So
Right, the race. Right, we don't know. So in Miami and Buffalo, where do I have Cook? I have Cook at 13.8. Oh, Miami gives up a lot of points to running backs. So right now I would lean Cook until we find out what's going on with Jimmy G. Gibbs or Sutton in a PPR. Who's Denver got?
the Bears.
Ooh, the Bears. Gibbs. I think Gibbs is going to have a good night tonight too. I'm going Gibbs tonight.
I would do that.
If Jimmy starts, I should play Myers, right? Yes. If Jimmy G starts on Sunday, play Myers. Who would you start? Burrow, Love, or Watson? Joe Burrow.
Gotta go my Burrow. It's gonna light up Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee right now gives up the tenth most fantasy points to quarterbacks too. So all right, man. Thomas, this hour flew by. We had tons of questions. We had a bunch of nonsense in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Do you think Burrow is healthy enough? Yes. If the Bengals played him this week, the Bengals think he's healthy enough.
I think he's healthy. I mean, they haven't said anything otherwise. It didn't give me a notification that he's out. So
He's looked awful. Yep. Laporta or Ingram? I thought we asked this. I thought somebody asked this one before too.
I think we went with Laporte.
We went with Laporta on this one.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You get so many people asking questions. Either maybe he wasn't here when we answered it.
Yeah.
Urgent. That's all Braden says. Urgent.
Emergency. Urgent.
Oh my goodness. What was that?
It's the only song I knew that had that.
Oh.
Pitts or Musgrave? That's what's urgent.
Pitts or Musgrave? Ugh.
Oof.
Right now, they both have favorable matchups this week. Just because Watson's back, and Jacksonville's, but Detroit gives up a ton of points to tight ends too. What were you going to ask, Thomas?
Is it a PPR league, Braden?
Ooh, good question.
Because it's a PPR.
And I have Pitts with a higher touchdown percentage this week too. 30% to Musgrave's 20%.
I mean, how does Jacksonville favor against tight ends?
They gave up the fourth most points. But Musgrave's Detroit gives up the second most. So
I mean, it's like right up there.
And with Watson being back, I think that's going to hurt Musgrave a little bit.
Oh, it is a PPR, Braden. Okay. I'd maybe go Kyle Pitts here.
I think I go Pitts. Just
I'd
because what's his name with Watson being back, I probably go there as well. So
yeah, go Kyle Pitts.
Man, that hour flew by. Thank you all so much for the questions. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the video. Hit that subscribe button as well. We do these every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I was going to say I usually do them on Sundays as well at noon, but we have football this week,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll be doing the Falcons Jags game Sunday morning. That game usually ends right before the 1:00 games start. So, but if anybody wants to hop in and ask some questions, I'm sure answer them. But yeah, Thomas, we haven't made our picks yet, and we are all 3-0 on the year. So I'll text Cam here in a little bit to get his pick, but I'll let you go first. We got Battle of the NFC North. Both teams are 2-1. What are you thinking tonight, and why?
Well, if we're going off last year, I'm still going with the Lions, but it's in Lambeau. The Lions did get better defensively, but they did. I know Gardner Johnson's out, but at the end of the day, I'm still going with the Lions. I'm gonna go 45.
Whoa!
What?
45?
I don't know. 45 to 21.
Wow!
I mean,
Wow.
I
I'm going Detroit as well on the road, but I am bringing that total down a little bit. I am going 28 to 21.
okay.
And I'll text Cam.
Hey, we know your predictions last week, so
Someone asked me to give dibs, and I get
Dibs.
and I get Keenan Allen.
Does he mean Gibbs?
Gibbs, and I get Keenan Allen. Do I accept? No, Keenan Allen's about to get injured as well. I do not give up a running back if it's Gibbs. Start Flowers, Palmer, or A-Chain in my flex.
Oh.
No more questions, guys. Someone asked it's Diggs. Oh, to Diggs, and I get Keenan Allen. No, I don't give up Diggs.
No.
There it is. Diggs for Keenan. No, I don't give up Diggs.
No.
Start Flowers, Palmer, or A-Chain in my flex. People are going to be buying on A-Chain off of that game. I would not be going crazy just yet. So I'm going Flowers.
Go Flowers.
Start 3 PPR. Garrett Wilson? No. Thielen? Maybe. I go. Let's see here. Amari Cooper, Palmer, or Dotson. I go Dotson, Cooper, and Thielen. What about you, Thomas?
I'm definitely going Cooper for that one. Not Garrett Wilson because of Zach Wilson. Probably Palmer as well.
Or Kyron and Puka for Kenneth? No.
No.
Nope.
It's too good to
Nope.
give.
No more. I'm done with questions. We're gonna end. We're gonna do the live stream for the game here in a couple of minutes. If you want to hang out with us some more, we'll be doing more fantasy football questions on Sunday during the first NFL game that starts at 9:30 Eastern time. So we will be back then. Thomas, will you be joining for the game?
I'll join.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to take a couple minute break here. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and we will see everybody for the Packers and Lions game here in a couple minutes.
Bye, everybody.